Hello, everyone. Welcome to our presentation today. We'll be trying to explore how to enhance your supply chain efficiency through seamless integration of TrueCommerce EDI and 3G Pacejet Shipping within NetSuite. Our goal will be to describe how you might optimize operations, streamline order processing, improve shipping accuracy, and enhance overall operational efficiency. Now, if you've attended SuiteWorld in the past, you may be familiar with this slide. Let's just take a moment to read it before we continue. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Eric, and I'm the Director of Strategic Partnerships at TrueCommerce. My journey in the world of supply chain has gone from end user to implementation, training, sales, partnerships. In my early days as a buyer at a large semiconductor manufacturer, I managed the trading relationships with our suppliers, automated where possible using technology like EDI. I moved on to implement purchasing systems and EDI for the same company worldwide. And since then, I've had a variety of supply chain roles, educator, solutions consulting, and channel management. And now as the Director of Strategic Partnerships at TrueCommerce, I organize relationships like the one with 3G Pacejet, and combining it with NetSuite to provide a great user experience for our customers.
Mike Mahannon, much like Eric, I work in the partnerships. So I manage the partnerships here at 3G and get to work with great partners like TrueCommerce. I've been in the NetSuite ecosystem for almost 20 years now. I implemented it for our company many years ago, and since then I've been a consultant. I worked at a couple of different NetSuite practices. I've been in the Suite app community and then also as a customer. So it's good to see NetSuite from all different sides, and I think it adds a nice perspective for customers to kind of get information.
So by the end of our presentation, you'll know a little bit more about how TrueCommerce and Pacejet work together to provide a combined set of solutions. We'll highlight a joint customer of ours, Compact Industries. NetSuite, TrueCommerce, and Pacejet came together to complete an outstanding project for Compact. And some of the takeaways we want you to have from this presentation are to understand how streamlined order processing, enhanced shipping and accuracy, and overall effectiveness is amplified. So we'll talk about each of these in more detail as we move through, but some of the examples like streamlined order processing, imagine a world where orders flow seamlessly and effortlessly, transitioning from purchase to fulfillment. And that's precisely what a joint solution achieves between Pacejet and TrueCommerce. And then enhancing the shipping accuracy, precision matters. With our combined companies, we enhance the shipping accuracy. Our parcel shipments and freight logistics. Our integrated approach ensures that every package reaches its destination with pinpoint accuracy, combining the functionality of 3G Pacejet and EDI from TrueCommerce. And then the overall effectiveness is amplified. It's not just about the individual components, it's about the sum of their impact. And our joint customer Compact experiences an overall effectiveness boost, with faster order fulfillment, fewer hiccups, and happier customers. And they don't have to worry about, managing any of the hardware or software themselves. It's all in the cloud, so everything's easier for them. It's all on the providers to get that to work. Now we'll go into a little bit of a summary about TrueCommerce, just a brief one, and then we'll also get Mike to give a summary of Pacejet. But TrueCommerce provides, a well-established, integrated, managed services solution for NetSuite. Our integration's been around since 2013, and not only do we have a fully managed solution, but we also give our customers the option to do some self-service. There are times when our customers need to quickly make a change and not wait for customer service to help. And an example might be a cross-reference table where they can get in there and do a quick change and be on their way. So Mike, why don't you give us a little bit of overview on Pacejet?
As the title says, we optimize everything over the road. So if you don't recognize the 3G name, I'll give you a little bit about them. They're actually a transportation management software company that acquired Pacejet about 4 years ago to create a vertical stack of solutions that basically will handle everything from full truckload, LTL, 3PLs, and then parcel itself. So Pacejet has been a part of the NetSuite SDN system for more than 10 years, and we've got over 600 customers that mainly focus in the retail, manufacturing, and distribution, but really applies to any shipper. So, it'd be applicable there.
Let's talk a little bit about the integration between Pacejet and TrueCommerce. So here's a diagram that tries to highlight the fact that we have a direct integration to Pacejet. So in summary, the tight integration between TrueCommerce and Pacejet and NetSuite creates a comprehensive solution that enhances the automation, it reduces costs, improves the overall supportability. It's a strategic investment for companies seeking streamlined operations and growth. The direct integration enhances these benefits. One thought might be that to think through that we don't have to worry about the integration between Pacejet and TrueCommerce when NetSuite does an update, for instance. It's outside of that code base, so we can not worry about that. Makes us a tighter solution and work better, not only from an integration perspective, but also as a partnership with Pacejet. So Mike, what's your take on the integration?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Ultimately, all the data rests in NetSuite, but really the strength of this is we found at various points in that process that if we could communicate directly with each other, shippers would benefit. And so I just think that it made sense for us to do it, and our product teams got together. Our sales teams got together and our implementation teams, and there was some good conversation. And what we have right now, I think, is really effective for NetSuite shippers.
Yeah. Compact's been around since 1979. It's a family-owned company. They make a wide variety of products that are somewhat seemingly unrelated. Like I recognize one of them. It was called Plink garbage disposal cleaners. It's like these little things about the size of a grape, and you throw it in your dish, in your garbage disposal, and grind it up, and now it smells great again. So it's very interesting, their product set. So the key outcomes listed on the left here, like improved accessibility, the transition to NetSuite and a cloud-based ERP makes it that much more accessible, and right along with it comes 3G and TC. So all three of us are in the cloud and we're integrated, and it makes it easily accessible to them. The shift has enabled Compact to utilize their tools across multiple platforms. They have more flexibility. They don't have to worry about version control and data security. We worry about that for them. The combination of our three companies do that as a team. And this means that if they have a computer on Wi-Fi, their business is up and running, and they can mitigate the impact of any potential disasters. The next thing I would highlight here, the cost effectiveness, having automated settlement on their accounting processes, brought about by integrating and reducing manual errors and speeding up payments. It's made the entire process more cost effective. It minimizes the time and resources spent on all these tasks, whether it has to do with shipping or EDI, accounting reconciliation. I know that Mike will talk a little bit later about highlighting the fact that they were able to result in 85% reduction in processing time.
Yeah, the 85%, Eric, I mean, what was great about that is they found that anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes is what their order processing time was from end to end. And through some of the integrations and then the setup between NetSuite, TrueCommerce, and 3G Pacejet Shipping, they got it down to 3 minutes. And so it was great to see that. We were excited for them to achieve those results. And it actually, worked out. They ended up having one of their products through some social media went viral, and they had 1,600 orders for that one item in a day. And because they were able to realize that time savings, they were able to get all those products out. And so it is one of those like, hey, we actually, achieved the results we wanted and then tested it. And so it worked out great for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks for that, Mike. It's definitely, they're very happy with the improved effectiveness of their business. The integration of NetSuite, TrueCommerce, 3G Pacejet brought up around all kinds of improvements for them, including cost effectiveness, obviously automation and scalability. They can add more products in the future, which they're actively looking for new products all the time, it appears. And, to enable them to handle that increased volume, reduce the processing time, and grow their business. So now that we've talked a little bit about somebody that's done it and the impact it's had on them, we'll go on to talking about how this might relate to you and the growth opportunities and challenges you might be facing that we can help with. So here you're going to see somewhat of a life cycle or growth that you may or may not experience over time. You could be at any one of these stages over time, or even back down as time goes on. So let's explore each of these steps. They're not static, even though we're presenting them that way. In the very beginning, you've got a single channel, an e-commerce or a physical store. And at that stage, your company operates as just a small channel, like an individual store maybe, or a single website. And you're focused on building your customer base, refining products and services, and get the basic supply chain processes done. And then, you might have some basic EDI for order processing, invoicing, and inventory management. And in Mike's case, he can, comment on what you might do at that basic level.
Yeah, most companies, when they start out, they're making connections to FedEx and UPS and shipping through those means, and so that seems to be the hallmark of those kind of step one, or that initial step into the organizational shipping. So
yeah, and so then we step up. We keep going up the diagram here, and multi-channel expansion, maybe the next step. Companies expand to multiple channels. Now you have an online store and a brick and mortar store. Maybe you have a mobile app. Each of the channels might operate independently at this point, kind of a somewhat fragmented customer experience. The EDI functionality, you'll have enhanced EDI for seamless communication between the channels to kind of cut down on the noise between them, accurate inventory synchronization and order fulfillment. You want people to be able to have orders from your online store and not incorrectly impact your inventory or incorrectly reflect your inventory that was being depleted because of your brick and mortar store and so on. EDI can help with that. And Mike, you have a comment on that step in this process?
Yeah, as you talk about more trading partners, I would say you get more products and more customers that are in different geographical areas. And so as you add more products, those boxes that you use to ship product out, it may grow, it may come to a pallet. But even if you just stayed in the parcel area, the number of carriers, 3G Pacejet Shipping has more than 70 different carriers. And the reason we have that many is because customers are taking us there. They need to get connected to more carriers. Maybe one carrier just ships to the Southeast. They just have the best rates there compared to UPS or FedEx. And so, that addition of product lines, forces that shipper to evaluate that. So as you move, from step one to step two, that's typically what we're seeing there.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, so moving up another step, cross-channel integration. So maybe just getting a little better at having multiple channels, making that sure that your company is integrating across the channels. You have a unified customer experience. Customers can buy online, maybe pick up in the store, or return items across channels. Maybe I'm sure everybody's familiar with Amazon. They're returning stuff to UPS or lockers at Whole Foods. But now you're kind of amping up the integration that you need that goes across channels, and TrueCommerce through fully integrated real-time inventory visibility, automated order processing, efficient supply chain coordination. I mean, all of these things you're going to have to start stepping into a little more real-time integration to get these to work. And likewise, Mike, I'm sure you have some things right here that address the cross-channel.
Yeah, I think the capacity is the hallmark of this one that shippers are really focusing on. And so what you have here is customers are getting either large enough or the volume of them where they're going to start wanting specific things. And some will say, look, ship it to me as quickly as you can or as cheaply as possible. And so when you have that, you can start to set up rules and things in NetSuite and ultimately in Pacejet that will help you achieve that. So you're not making mistakes, not having to eat freight that because you shipped it too quickly or it took too long to get there. So again, capacity is sort of that hallmark, and again, we have the tools to kind of allow shippers to be able to meet that demand.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, so here we are at the top, and this one never stops changing. So people are always coming up with new ways to make things better or new ways to sell. And, your company's going to start leveraging and may have been doing it all along, but it gets even more intense doing data analytics. Maybe even you're using AI now or machine learning to personalize the shopping experience. And, you're going to further optimize your inventory. You're going to have dynamic pricing, maybe dependent on the area or even directly that person, how many times they looked at the product online. Predictive demand planning starts to become critical. EDI will play a role in that, with all of those touch points and getting closer and closer to real-time information and getting that information back and forth between the trading community. Mike?
Yeah, so compliance here, not only in the forms that you transmit through TrueCommerce, but then what does a form look like that's on the outside of the box? What's the form that's looks like on the inside of the box? And so these are all features and things that a true shipping solution can support. So during the implementation, our team would work with you on that, and I think that's again meeting that compliance is not only just making customers happy, but then on some of these trading partners, they can impose fees for not doing that right. And again, that starts adding up quickly. So having the right solution and having the right partners communicating with each other go a long way.
Exactly. Successful omni-channel strategies, they prioritize the customer value and seamless experience. As the company grows, its EDI capabilities have to evolve to meet these needs, and that's true for all of the capabilities. You'll use more advanced features in Pacejet as you move up the value chain. So as we go through this, streamlining your order processing, you saw that, increasing automation is a recurring theme all the way from beginning to end. And Mike talked about improving your shipping accuracy and all the functionality that goes in there. And enhancing your overall operational efficiency is a key takeaway. Obviously, there were quite a few more things in there that we covered, but in the end, you want to be able to sell through as many channels as possible, as efficiently as possible, and ultimately, hopefully, you're going to be ending up with a lower cost of ownership as you move forward, more products and more sales.
You hit on those, and I think just pointing out some of the improved shipping accuracy. I mean, some of the terms that you'll hear us talk about is the point and click capability and then shipping rules. And again, those all help you grow, help you manage the surge, as well as manage the compliance that your trading partners will really want from you. So very exciting stuff, and hopefully you got something out of the session.
Yeah, and just a last comment, the real power lies in seamless integration and seamless partner work, where each step flows smoothly into the next, maintaining accurate records of inventory and orders. And TrueCommerce, Pacejet, and NetSuite are here to do that for you. Thank you very much.